The Avengers of Kpop. Story of Loona. Each solo has its own power. Each unit has an independent power, rather than be a typical unit. And all together, we become Loona. We want to be like the Marvel's Avengers. Alright. So they're all soloists, is what they're trying to say, right? Each individual member is a soloist in their own right. And then they come together for the Marvel's Avengers Assemble. Kim Lip. 2017. We'll turn it up. Out there. Chewy. Yves. We learned to pronounce her name properly. Olivia High was in the dance video, right?
Maybe you've heard the name, or maybe for the 1,000th time you saw a tweet or a YouTube comment that said the words Stan Loona. Or maybe if you were lucky enough, you saw them at KCON LA and got a taste of them in person.
I might need to refresh this video.
Loona,
Here we go.
the group everyone seems to be talking about. If you're somewhat familiar with the K-pop scene, Loona is a name that's commonly thrown around as one of the up-and-coming K-pop groups. A month ago, Loona made headlines by making the first ever US appearance at KCON LA, and immediately, the internet was in a frenzy. The majority of the internet buzz surrounding KCON was centered
Do you
on
remember
Loona.
this? Were
For
you a
every
Loona fan
activity,
back in
for
Mandraqq?
every panel, Loona was surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of fans. Every time they stepped on the stage, the cheers deafened, and at any given moment, the crowds would chant, "Loona, Loona, Loona."
Yo, I would do that just for the fun, honestly. I find it cringe, but I would do it just for the bands. This year, okay.
Despite the many bigger names that have been around the industry for years,
I'll go to a
it's clear
Dreamcatcher concert and just go
Loona was the main
wilding,
attraction at KCON.
just for funsies. Literally everybody combined is what they got.
The hype was such that KCON was dubbed by fans as LoonaCon 2019.
Yeah, I want to.
However,
K-pop fans are honestly the best, I swear.
Cult following, they're almost an unknown group in Korea. Ask any normal Korean on the street, and chances are they don't know who Loona is. The
It's a bit like
disparity is
Dreamcatcher.
baffling.
They have more international fans,
So,
alright, than they do
who
in Korea.
exactly is Loona, and why the hype? So, to understand, we need to go back, all the way back to March of 2016. A company was formed by
Back
the
to
name
the
of
beginning.
Blackberry Creative, or BBC for short. Their objective? To create
Questionable
the
name.
most unique girl group out there. The plan was every month or so, a girl would be revealed as part of the group, and then release a solo debut. And this pattern would continue until there was 12
Yeah,
girls.
sus name.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could become something more. This project was known as the Avengers, I mean Loona. 12
It's a good
girls,
picture. I like that
12
one.
singles, 2 years, 1 love. A project like this had never been done before.
So it took
The
them all
usual
2
method was
years
that
to
you
actually
reveal all the
like
members of
debut
the
as a full group.
months before the release, and when they debut as a full group, with the rare exception of maybe adding one other member.
Yeri.
Red Velvet. But BBC kept everything.
I don't know why Yeri gets so much
releasing
hate.
Teasers and MVs
She's
of
great.
movie trailers and TV episodes. In October of 2016, Heejin, the first girl, was revealed along with her solo single and solo album. From October.
So this girl, Heejin, she's just the soloist, right? She's not part of any of the subgroups. She's on her own. Isn't that like a little bit lonely? Is that how it is, Mandraqq? They have like the 3 subunits, and she's like on her own.
To February of 2017, Hyunjin, Hasul, Yojin, and Vivi
So
all
these
debuted
4,
in a similar
yeah,
manner. They made
they're
up a
this subunit.
called 1/3. The units have a much deeper meaning that I will cover later. From May to July, Jinsol, Kimlip, and Chuddy all had solo debuts and were formed in the subunit Odd Eye Circle.
So those
Once again,
three
the
are
groups
one
important,
unit?
So remember that. From November to March of 2018, Yves, Chu, Go-on, and finally, the last girl of the puzzle, Olivia Hay, had solo debuts and were in the final subunit YY by Y.
And they're in the
Olivia,
third
by the
one.
way, holds the record for the shortest trainee period
So the
ever.
first one's on their
Except
own.
She was a trainee for 1 day, and the very next day, she debuted. Isn't that crazy? While the rest of Loona was
1
promoted,
day.
she was still a regular high school girl. She said she remembered
That's
watching
funny.
Heejin and Hyunjin on TV, and now they're in a group together.
What do you reckon she tells her parents? She's like, "Oh, I signed my rookie contract or whatever. I'm becoming a K-pop trainee." Goes to bed, wakes up the next day. I've debuted now. I'm in Loona. Bye bye high school. I'm dropping out. It's funny.
In the span of 2.5 years, Loona has produced 62 songs,
Yeah,
42 of
1
which
day
have music
training.
videos. That's insane. Let's compare that to the big three groups. Twice, arguably the busiest group in K-pop, they
Wait.
produced 17 music videos, 17
Pause, John.
62 songs,
62?
32 of which have music videos. That's insane.
It's going to be 5 years to watch all of those videos.
Let's compare that to the big three groups. Twice, arguably the busiest group in K-pop, they produced 17 music videos. Red Velvet had 10. Blackpink had
2?
hold on, let me count real quick.
4.
Oh yeah.
That seems about right. YG literally useless.
In 2016, Twice, at the time of their debut, had the most
Oh, they have more
expensive
now.
debut
Oh,
of all
obviously
time,
they have more
and
now.
It approximately cost
I'm so
JYP
stupid.
500 million won.
They probably
or
got like
about
18 right now.
$420,000. Any guesses about Loona's debut? 500,000? 800,000? 1 million? Try 9 times that. An insane $8.9 million was spent
8.9
on
mil.
their debut. By the way, the Ilkwon Group, the owner of Loona's agency, is a large, insanely rich corporation. They provide and manufacture arms and steel to different militaries.
Yo, can you imagine being like a Sasang fan of Loona and like following them around, and they're like backed up by these boys who like ship arms around? Like all their bodyguards must be hench as fuck. Actually, just like you cannot mess with them.
They're literal arms dealers, possibly richer than JYP, YG, and SM combined. With BBC funding,
That's not a
they were
kappa.
able to afford such a preposterous undertaking. Loona is the most
You're actually gonna get
ambitious
destroyed if you
project
stalk them.
in K-pop history, and it's not a stretch to say that they're one of the hardest working groups right now.
It's like the K2, you know, they've got all that intel on you. They're gonna come to you at night, fuck you up.
There's something special about the Loona
Oh, they're
sound,
bankrupt.
something
Oh,
that
no.
attracts people to it. In
What's
a
gonna happen to
K-pop world
Loona
filled
if they're
with Kensei,
bankrupt?
Girl Crush, and bubblegum pop, Loona stands as a breath of fresh air. During their 2-year pre-debut period, not only was BBC establishing a strong 12-member group, but also 12 separate solo artists that could each stand on their own. And these weren't just throwaway songs that were just, oh, we need a single, so let's...
I like it when
put
the
something
individual
generic.
members are soloists,
These
honestly.
were quality songs, written,
And
recorded,
stand on their
and
own.
filmed to
I think it's
fulfill a
better that
very
way.
specific purpose and fit a
That's why
particular
Mamamoo's
vision.
so good, right?
More on that later. Loona was built on the concept of being
Red Velvet.
experimental, built with the idea that each of the 12 girls and each of the 3 subunits had their own particular sound and genre. So you can't classify Loona as a whole into a genre because they had no genre, but at the same time they encompass all genres, from future bass
Jesus, we're popping off now.
to
It's like
candy pop,
EDM. Oh, this is your kind of song, not my kind of song. Candy pop.
to rock,
Rock, that's what it's all about. Dreamcatcher for the win.
to even melancholic ballads.
We like ballads as well, from the K-dramas. We're a fan of that.
However, despite every song being unique, each song still had an aspect to them that made them sound distinctively Loona. Along with that are the music videos. Each song and MV was beautifully crafted like a piece of art, which were uniquely filmed in such a way to make the viewer
So now we know why
feel
they're bankrupt. They spent all their money on music
also
videos.
filmed to feel the mood of the song. Every object, every outfit, every color, every word was purposely placed there to fit a specific Loona vision.
This is probably
to
why.
achieve this vision, that meant flying out to Iceland, Japan, France, London, Los Angeles, Hungary. First, Loona is primarily a piece of art. In your brain, you know you're watching a K-pop song, but also it feels like you're watching something entirely different. Something nostalgic from a world that doesn't exist. Some
Well, COVID
alternate
must have been
reality
tough
from a
for
parallel
loads of
universe.
agencies. I
This,
wonder if they're doing better
of course,
now,
is the
or if
Loona
they're still in
brand,
trouble.
the Loona Vision. And why does it feel like we're in another universe? Well, that will be answered later.
And because
Part of
Loona
that
isn't
Loona
like
sound are the girls themselves, of
massively,
course.
massively
A lot of them
popular,
have
right?
proven themselves to be strong singers, especially this girl.
High notes?
That's
Very
actually fun,
nice.
if anyone's wondering. All of them have a special sound that makes them sound different, from Hasel's clear vibrato
Oh, that little fade at the end.
Region's jazzy melodic voice.
Nice.
Go-on's crunchy voice, to Olivia's high-pitched baby
Crunchy voice. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Is that a thing? Your voice is crunchy.
And then there's a Chu.
Oh, she's the high note girl.
Now, I'm not here to say that Loona is the greatest singing group of all time. No, not at all. I'm not claiming them to be the best singers, but they are the right singers. That when blended all together is just perfect.
Perfect. This guy Loona's done.
Now, usually girl groups aren't known for their complicated, elaborate choreography, whereas boy group choreos are meant to be fast,
BTS.
strong, calculated, and fierce. Girl groups will be more
The Bang
cute,
Tang Boys,
fun,
legends.
and just straight up sexy. Loona took that idea of girl group choreography and just said, screw it, we'll experiment with whatever we want.
Ooh,
In the flip
she's
of a
good.
switch, they can go from cute and innocent to sexy girl crush
Well, hands off. BBC boys are gonna come and clap you.
to powerful and fierce.
One sec. What the fuck is going on? Rip. Had to move my car. Are you still here? Shall I resume?
Which brings us to Butterfly, one of the greatest.
I guess I'll be
girl group choreographies
re-recording
of
my
all
reaction
time.
solo.
Choreography
'Cause that
is
just
complex,
ruined everything.
with breathtakingly beautiful synchronizations and formations. I can speak at length to how beautiful Loona's choreo is, but the best way is to show you.
I like this. I saw this one and watched a little bit of it earlier. They're like hella in sync.
Notice in particular the use of space, how they traveled around the stage with intricate formation changes, level changes, and the shapes they created with their bodies. There's moments of sequential timing when movement was
Yeah,
passed
they're
from
really
one
good.
dancer to another. There's just so much going on, so many layers, and it all just blends together perfectly, like an orchestra.
I don't think
of
I've seen too many
utensils.
K-pop groups that in sync, honestly. It's like almost
That being
perfect.
said, along with ITZY and G-Friend, Loona is one of the best dancing girl groups in the industry. Oftentimes, girl groups will have one or two great dancers, but Loona
Nice.
is
Cherry
filled
Bomb,
with
right?
great dancers. Specifically,
Yeah, that was
these
NCT.
four: Heejin, Olivia Hae, Kim Lip, and especially this girl, Yves. Who has
Yves,
just
alright,
great
yeah, we're
technique,
stunning
perfect
Yves.
rhythm, and a gorgeously fluid moveset. Any of them could be the main dancer on any group. Now, individually, Loona probably
Dreamcatcher's
doesn't have anyone
dancing
to match
thing.
Taeyeon or Momo, but as a single cohesive unit, it doesn't get much better. than
Sue is
Loona.
in sync with herself. Yeah, it was Cherry Bomb, of course. I feel like the girls could go all the way down to the splits.
Loona at this point is less like a K-pop group and more like a religion, a cult,
A
with their
religion.
own group of zealots.
The
Now,
Loona
I've
religion.
seen many fandoms, but nothing quite like Loona.
I like
Inside,
that.
You feel like you're
That's
part
pretty
of
much what
something
K-pop is.
special.
They're like
Loona,
hardcore
bigger
K-pop
than
stands. It
yourself,
pretty much is a
small
religion.
cog of a machine of grand design. Now, I've never seen a community so
That's how much I'm a
welcoming
simp
and
for,
so united,
Bian.
yet so
It's a religion,
bat
you know?
crazy. Have you ever in your life
Can't
seen
help
a
it.
group of fans so passionate about a K-pop group? Like missionaries, these orbits will knock on your door, or I guess Twitter,
Knock on your
whether
door.
you want it or not, and they will preach till their dying breath the holy words.
They're trolling. I like that. I like that. I like a fan group that has a bit of fun, you know?
Whether you like Loona or not, whether you think that they're skilled,
Got it.
talented, or even interesting, there's one thing that's undeniable. That they have the biggest and healthiest meme economy in K-pop.
The biggest
Bar
memes,
none.
there we go.
The Stan Twitter community at
Trolling
this point
fandom.
is a well-oiled machine, pumping
I
out
like that.
jokes,
We
cranking
love
out
K-pop memes.
and getting their wig snatched.
What the fuck?
주변에 프랑스 사람들도 있는 거 아니죠?
I like bread.
English. Nice. She nailed it. I like bread. Same. I couldn't do that. Stand up on stage, say something like awkward and cringy. It's too embarrassing. I don't know what the Kim Lip mum meme is. Is that it? Is that the meme? The crunchy love? Is that the meme? What? She just nailed her head. No, yeah, you need
Now,
the slap
if you've
slap.
been
Yeah.
watching for this long, chances are that you're not going anywhere soon. So
Someone should make a
save
song
the
out of that.
heaviest
They probably
topic
already have.
for last. You orbits out
They
there
make a hella
probably know
beat.
what's coming. This next topic might be a little bit strange for the casual K-pop fan, but also the thing that makes them truly.
Shu invented it.
Remember how I said earlier that every
Love Heart
song,
Crunch.
every music video in Loona had a specific purpose and vision? Well, not only is Loona a girl
Why
group,
did?
but
Why
the
does this guy have the
protagonist
fan going?
in the
Through
sci-fi
that wave in
universe
his hair.
known as The Loonaverse.
The Loonaverse is told primarily through music videos. With each music video, we follow a central plot or story that is advanced through each sequential music video. Think like a TV series with multiple seasons and episodes, or movies of the Marvel Universe.
Give
Pretty
him a
much
friends.
the same thing. Just think of Loona as like the Avengers of K-pop.
This time in the shape of a Mobius strip, inverted, please.
Processing.
One important detail is that the Loonaverse shares many parallels with the Bible, like the creation of Earth and the exile of Eden. But
It is a religion.
ultimately, it's a story
Jeez.
of 12 girls in 3 different worlds and their journey to find each other.
Wait, so there are only 3 groups, but it seemed like the first girl was a soloist on her own. Maybe she floats between them.
The story starts out with our first girl, Jun Hee-jin. Here we witness the creation of the Loonaverse. In the beginning was the Earth.
She started
the
it, huh?
Was without color, and black and white was on the face of the deep. And it was said, "Let there be colors." And there was colors. Now,
Ooh,
colors
nice,
play a
good
central
transition
theme
there.
in Loona. In fact, each girl in Loona is represented by a different color. So Vivid, the first music video, essentially marks the creation of the Loona universe. As the story progresses, Heejin is joined by Hyunjin, Hasul, Vivi, and Yojin. Just normal high school age girls who sing about high school stuff like friends, dreams, and high school crushes. Except Vivi. Vivi is actually an android from Hong Kong. And together,
She's
minus
cyborg.
Yojin, who gets lost
Wait.
in the story, they all make
What is an
up
android?
Loona 1/3.
What is an android? Is it some cross between human... Wait, that's cyborg, right? Robot and human. What defines an android? It is a cyborg. They're the same thing. It's not like some random AI creation kind of thing. She has like a human brain, but robot parts. Oh, it's fully AI. So that's what she is, right? She's just artificial intelligence. She's not human at all. Nothing about her is human. Okay, okay. Must be pretty hyped to live that life.
While in Hong Kong, Vivi meets a strange girl from a different world. Here, we're introduced to the second world of the story, Odd-Eyed Circle. Kim Lip and Jinsol. 2 girls with special abilities who are traveling to Earth for
Ooh, superpowers.
something. But what? We learned that Kim Lip has the ability of superhuman speed, Jinsol the ability of teleportation. Both of them possess what's called an odd eye, which grants the user the
Yo,
ability
whoever
to
like
travel between
dreamt
worlds.
of this concept was
There is
definitely an
one more
anime
girl,
stan.
Cherry,
I'm not gonna
who
lie.
actually seems to be the most
100% an anime
and
stan.
key to the whole story.
And they were
Cherry
like, you know what would
is
be
just a
great?
normal girl from Earth.
Let's create this
However,
Loona
when it's
Avengers
a
group.
Jinsol and a mysterious figure, she's transported to another world. This mysterious figure is revealed to be another Cherry, but different. Many theorize that she's actually from a parallel universe. I like to believe that she's from the future, acting as a guide to help Cherry on her mission. Kind of like Hermione
Okay.
in Prisoner of Azkaban. She finally joins Kim Lip and Jinsol to accomplish her mission. And what exactly is their mission? It's simple. To gather Loona. Which brings us
To
to our third
Gather
world,
Loona.
Eden. Now, Eden
What is a
beautiful,
Loona?
utopian world where everything is
Sounds like it's a
perfect.
thing.
Or is it? In the Bible, Eden is a garden where Adam and Eve reside. And in the garden, they could do and eat anything. All except the fruit from the tree of truth and knowledge. Eve partook of the fruit and was cast out. Only then, after he was tempted by Eve, did Adam also partake. In Eden is the group YY by Y. Here resides another Eve, along with her friends Chu
Oh, okay.
and
It's
Go
got the
On.
name.
Together
She's
they
Eve.
learn the true nature of
Okay.
the forbidden fruit. And, as an act of rebellion against God and desiring to know knowledge and the truth, all the girls partake of the fruit and are thus cast out of Eden.
Oh, they're the
All
rebels.
Except
I'm-
one girl,
I'm standing the rebels.
Olivia Hay, the last member of Loona, left alone in this dark and dreary world.
Okay, she's the emo one.
And then, it happened. Hi. It was finally here. The culmination of 2 years, 12 girls, 32 music videos.
Yo, if you followed this story from the beginning, you must have been hyped when they were finally all
14
together.
Episodes of Mix 9, 375 episodes of Loona TV.
Kind of disappointed I missed that.
A 14-year-old girl for crying out loud. when this project
14
started.
debut.
Everything
Jesus.
that we've been waiting for was all coming together. All this planning for one single event.
That's a little bit
Hi
weird
Hi
in my
is
opinion.
the single most elaborate,
Debuted in K-pop
most
at 14.
ambitious music
There are a
video
lot of creepy
ever
people
made.
who are K-pop fans.
The Avengers Endgame of the K-pop world. As it begins, Odd-Eyed Circle scours the vast reaches of the Earth. Their objective? To unite the girls. And together, break this curse which has been placed on the Earth. An infinite time loop. Cherry finds the first girl, Hyunjin. Kimlet finds Heejin, giving us the union of 1/3 and Odd-Eyed Circle. They are then joined
Okay.
by YY by Y, which gives us 11 girls. Odd-Eyed Circle gathers together for one last heroic mission. Find Olivia Hay. As we hit the climax of the song, Olivia stands at the edge
It's
of
quite
the
cool,
world,
I guess.
overlooking what will become her fate. And as Eve tempted Adam before, Eve watches Olivia from below. Olivia takes a leap of faith, partakes of the blood plum, and makes her descent to Earth. And
Goosebumps.
now, Loona is finally complete. And together, they all fly high. And that is the Loonaverse.
That's cool though.
This was a heavily watered down version of the story. I barely scratched
I can
the
imagine.
surface. If you ever go into
That's
the
probably
lore,
like
you'll find that
5
the story
hours of
was
lore
founded on
videos on
things
these
like
guys.
string theory, butterfly
It's probably
effect,
more in depth
quantum
than like
physics,
World of
color
Warcraft
theory,
lore.
and even the lunar phases.
I bet some people
It's so
go
complex,
hard on
with
it.
So many layers, from the lyrics, the song, the cinematography,
Oh my god.
to
I do,
choreography.
bro.
Everything is
People are
connected.
gonna link
Everything
like
has a
some
hidden
Loona
meaning.
fan fiction or
Keep in
something.
mind that you don't need to fully understand
That's gonna be
the story
nuts.
and the lore to enjoy Loona. It's simply another layer to an already beautiful masterpiece. Now, Loona is at a unique point. Loona could be coming back any day now, and for years the story has always been the unification of Loona. But now that Loona is united, I'm curious to know which direction BBC will take the Loona story, and what exactly
Do you know what route they
will
took?
happen
I want to know right now.
next.
Do you know what route they took, Mandraqq?
In addition to the amazing vocals, the impressive
What's
dance
the new
choreography,
story
the
arc?
never-ending supply of memes.
Yeah, I bet there are
the
fan fictions
stunning
of everyone, but I can
cinematography,
imagine
and
Loona
beautifully
being
written
like the
sci-fi
worst,
story. A huge part of Loona
or at least not the
is
worst,
their
but
message.
like the
Their
most
message of
in
love,
depth.
of equality, of acceptance, love for yourself, love for your family, love for your friends, love for people that are different than you. Loona teaches us that no matter what your race is, your religion, your social class, your gender, or even your sexuality, no matter who you are, we all have the ability to fly high, fly like a butterfly, if we all fly together. And together, we are Loona.
We are Loona. Does that make me Loona? Are we all Luna? Asian Theory. Good video. Does this mean... Oh, it makes us Orbit. So he got it wrong. Doesn't make us Luna. They are Luna. We're Orbit. That's how it is, right? Yeah, it didn't feel like 21 minutes. And you had a little gap in the middle as well. But he, as he said, like, there's going to be another 5 hours of stuff like this that you need to watch to understand everything. Which is going to take me 100 years to get through. But maybe we will one day. I enjoyed that though.